And finally, from a story of brutal suppression to a story of liberation, France's latest legislative landscape is reshaping social norms. After becoming the world's first country to make abortion a constitutional right for women, lawmakers have now introduced a bill to combat discrimination based on hair. Members of France's lower house of parliament have approved a bill that will ban discrimination related to hair texture, length, color, or even style. The bill aims to send a message of support, particularly to its Black community. Our next report goes into details.
The French government continues to make strides in championing progressive legislations this year. In January, they marked a historic moment by constitutionally affirming a woman's right to abortion. Now, they are fighting against prejudice based on hair appearance in public spaces. Members of France's lower house of parliament have approved a bill that bans discrimination related to hair texture, length, color, or style. Out of the 577 National Assembly lawmakers, only 50 were present for the vote. They backed the bill in a 44-2 vote, with 4 abstentions. The bill, a significant step forward, seeks to send a message of support, particularly to the Black community, who have often encountered hostility in workplaces and public areas due to their hair. Additionally, it aims to protect individuals of other hair types, including blondes, redheads, and those experiencing hair loss, from what has been termed as hair prejudice. This legislation proposes amendments to existing anti-discrimination measures within the labor and criminal codes, explicitly outlawing discrimination against individuals with curly, coiled hair or hairstyles deemed unprofessional. Now, the bill is headed to the Senate, where it could face heavy opposition. The bill has been proposed by Olivier Serva, a member of parliament from the French Caribbean island of Guadeloupe. He presented the bill by drawing attention to alarming statistics that say a quarter of Black women are being rejected from jobs due to their hairstyle choices. Serva says the people who don't fit in Eurocentric standards face discrimination, stereotypes, and bias.
At this time, I'm thinking of all the people who in the work environment made the effort of straightening their hair to get a job. And for the last year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, have decided to go back to a natural haircut. But when they try, they're told, "Oh, so today you're wearing a doormat. Today, you're Bob Marley?" They'll be able to say, "Be careful, Mr. Employer, this is discrimination, and you'll face sanctions such as prison or a fine." That's why I think it's fundamental that we expand the legislation.
The bill's advancement to the legislative body has been met with jubilation by many women. They view it as a potential catalyst for ending the long-standing struggle faced by Black French individuals in embracing their natural hair.
It's not only a hair issue finally, but it will give strength to people to be able to answer when they are asked to straighten their hair. They can say, "No, this is not legal. You cannot expect that from me. It has nothing to do with my professional competence." So I think, even though some people think it's superficial, I think it's, on the contrary, very important.
Every individual is born with a particular type of hair. So I really agree with what they have done to penalize companies that refuse to hire candidates because of the type of hair they have.
However, critics argue that the bill signifies an attempt to import U.S. concepts of race and racial discrimination into France. Some contend that France's existing legal framework already offers adequate protection against discrimination based on natural hair attributes, such as afros, braids, cornrows, or locks. Concerns have also been raised regarding the omission of the term racism in the bill, given instances where public figures have faced derogatory remarks online due to their natural hair. In March 2022, a similar bill was passed by U.S. House of Representatives, in which 24 states adopted a version of the Crown Act. This act stands for creating a respectful and open world for natural hair. It banned race-based hair discrimination in employment, housing, schools, and the military. But the Senate Republicans blocked it a month later by unanimous consent. If this bill becomes law in France, then it will emerge as the first country globally to formally recognize and address discrimination based on hair at a national level. This legislative endeavor represents a crucial step towards fostering inclusivity and combating prejudice in society.